Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
1890, Giuseppe, Peano, the principles of arithmetic presented by a new method. The exploration we undertake will assess Giuseppe Peano's seminal work, The Principles of Arithmetic Presented by a New Method. Our goal transcends mere summary. We will systematically dissect the edifice Peano erected, scrutinizing its individual components, assessing their interrelations, and appraising their enduring significance. The objective is not merely to trace Peano's path, but to critically evaluate the claims he advanced, the methods he devised, and the conclusions he drew within the confines of this groundbreaking treatise. The analysis will proceed section by section, allowing for a rigorous examination of the intellectual landscape Peano cultivated. Section 1 Introduction. The idea of arithmetic as a deductive system. Peano's introduction illuminates the foundational premise arithmetic admits construction as a deductive system, akin to geometry. This conception, seemingly obvious today, represents a significant departure from prevailing views. Philosophers and mathematicians previously often perceived arithmetic as a collection of self-evident truths. Peano proposed to codify arithmetic as a formal system, deriving all its tenets from a small set of axioms through logical deduction. The profound ambition involved showing how to build the entire structure of arithmetic, including the natural numbers and the basic operations of addition and multiplication, on a firm, logical basis, free of intuition and ambiguity. The introduction also articulates the goal of providing a concise, unambiguous means of formalizing arithmetic, paving the way for clarity. Peano's initial claim involved the formalization, thus presenting a novel and rigorous framework to build upon. Examining this opening section, it is difficult to overstate the significance of this approach. The work anticipates the formalist program in mathematics, a movement that aimed to build mathematics upon purely formal symbols and rules of inference. Section 2 The primitive ideas and definitions. The foundation of Peano arithmetic. The heart of Peano's system resides within the primitive ideas and definitions. Peano identifies 5 fundamental axioms, now universally known as the Peano axioms, which underpin the entire system. These axioms are based on the notion of zero, number, and successor. The first axiom states that zero is a number. Further, Peano defines successor as the process of generating the subsequent number. The second axiom declares that a number can always have a successor. The third posits that the successor of no number is zero. The fourth axiom states that if two numbers have the same successor, then they are the same. The final axiom, the axiom of induction, lays down the principle for demonstrating properties that hold true for all natural numbers. It stipulates that if a property holds for zero, and if the property holds for the successor of any number, whenever it holds for that number, then the property holds for all natural numbers. The significance of these axioms, in their simplicity and directness, is remarkable. They represent the essence of arithmetic, reduced to its barest essentials. The definition of the successor function is key, providing a means of constructing the sequence of natural numbers without relying on pre-existing intuition about what constitutes a number. The definitions provide a conceptual framework, and the logical deductions follow. The entire deductive structure is built on these few, foundational truths. One can assess the elegance of this system. The work's conceptual framework is compelling, serving as a powerful argument for arithmetic as a deductive system. Section 3. Deduction of the basic properties of addition. The next section of Peano's treatise showcases the deductive power of the axiomatic system. It proceeds to derive the fundamental properties of addition from the Peano axioms and the primitive definitions. The work meticulously demonstrates the commutative and associative properties of addition, the existence of an additive identity, and other essential properties. These derivations are presented with meticulous care, each step justified by the application of a logical rule or a previously established result. Peano offers the reader detailed insight into the logical foundations of arithmetic. The work is a testament to the power of formal systems. The structure of the argument involves the use of the axiom of induction, which proves crucial in demonstrating the generality of the derived properties. The inductive step, the core of each proof, demonstrates the capacity of the system to account for the infinite nature of the number sequence. The reader witnesses claims which were previously considered intuitive, now emerging as consequences of the basic axioms. Section 4. Deduction of the basic properties of multiplication. In an analogous fashion to the exposition of addition, Peano transitions into the derivation of the properties of multiplication. He demonstrates the commutative property of multiplication, the associative property, the existence of a multiplicative identity, and the distributive property of multiplication with respect to addition. Again, the proofs proceed with scrupulous rigor, exhibiting the elegance of the formal system. One can see that the proofs rely on the results previously established for addition, showing how the framework naturally expands. The methodical application of the Peano axioms, together with previously established theorems, reveals the interconnectedness of arithmetic's fundamental operations. This section further clarifies the logical nature of mathematical reasoning. The work demonstrates the process by which mathematical truths derive from basic axioms. Critically, one can observe the work's structural framework. The transition between operations is seamless. Section 5. Introduction of the symbols and their interpretations. This section marks a crucial point in Peano's approach. The author introduces the linguistic conventions which are necessary, but which also risk adding another layer of interpretation. Peano uses symbols to represent the primitive ideas and the axioms, and logical symbols to represent operations such as conjunction, implication, and the universal quantifier. These symbols are not merely shorthand, they make possible the concise and unambiguous expression of mathematical statements. Without these conventions, the proofs would become cumbersome and difficult to handle. The work emphasizes the importance of an unambiguous, formal language for arithmetic's development. The work moves from the abstract towards the concrete, allowing for a clear understanding. The formalization of ideas allows Peano's ideas to move from verbal to symbolic representation. Each symbol and notation is meticulously defined, avoiding misunderstanding and ambiguity. Section 6. The axiomatic method, the foundation of rigorous mathematical reasoning. While not explicitly named as such, Peano's work embodies the axiomatic method. The author establishes the axioms as fundamental truths, from which all other mathematical statements are derived through logical deduction. This approach allowed for proof and logical rigor. The axiomatic method also provided a framework for understanding the structure of mathematical systems. The author's use of the axiomatic method offers a powerful argument for the creation of a standard for mathematical development, allowing for the construction of clear and consistent systems of mathematical thought. This also highlights an important shift in the understanding of mathematics itself, moving from a focus on intuition to a focus on formal systems. Section 7. Formalization of number theory within the framework. Peano's system offered a concise way to approach number theory within the formal framework. This section illustrates how traditional number-theoretic methods, such as proof by induction, can be translated into his system. Peano demonstrates how to prove various theorems in number theory using the axioms and the previously established results. The presentation is notable for its clarity and for the formalization of the proofs themselves. The rigorous approach provided a clearer picture of the logical nature of number theory. The formal language used here allows for precision. The system, even in its infancy, revealed the potential for further inquiry and exploration. Section 8. Limitations and extensions of the system. Any formal system, despite its logical rigor, has its constraints. Peano was aware of the limitations of his system, and this section addresses them directly. The system, as it stands, can only deduce truths from the provided axioms. The system is a foundation to build on it. New axioms are necessary. While the system offers a solid basis, it does not encompass all of mathematics. Peano understands that the system, in its initial form, must expand to encompass other mathematical Section 9. The significance of Peano's work. The lasting significance of Peano's work remains undeniable. The author's system provided a foundation for modern logic, and it influenced the development of mathematical logic. The work set the stage for the formalist program, aiming to reduce mathematics to symbolic manipulation, and it opened the door for investigation into the nature of mathematical proofs. The author not only demonstrated how arithmetic could be formalized, but demonstrated how an entire world of mathematical knowledge could be built upon a few foundational axioms. The work's formal system laid the groundwork for many future developments in logic and mathematics. Section 10. Reception and subsequent development. The immediate reception of Peano's work involved mixed reactions. While some mathematicians immediately recognized the power and elegance of his system, others were more dubious. The degree of abstraction created a barrier for some, but the work garnered praise for its rigor and clarity. The ideas were adopted by other scholars, which led to revisions and refinements. Gödel's incompleteness theorems, however, placed a limit on this, which is a direct consequence of Peano's work. The Peano axioms still serve as a cornerstone of the foundations of mathematics. Conclusion. In conclusion, Giuseppe Peano's The Principles of Arithmetic presented by a new method represents a monumental achievement in the history of mathematics. The work's enduring contributions are many, but it is most clearly the rigor, formalization, and clarity. Peano's work set the stage for the development of mathematical logic. The work is of lasting significance. The meticulous derivation of arithmetic properties from a small set of axioms showcased the power of the axiomatic method and laid the groundwork for the formalist program. The work revolutionized our understanding of mathematics and continues to shape the field. The enduring influence of Peano's work, from the development of mathematical logic to the exploration of the foundations of mathematics, serves as a testament to its profound and lasting impact.
We really appreciate you tuning in to this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.